two kinds of car companies in this world. There are those that build cars, and then there are those that create art. Today, when we look at the multi-million-dollar Bugatti Bolide or the Chiron, we think it's just a game of extreme speed and engineering. But behind this iconic horseshoe emblem lies a story of unmatched tragedy, obsession, and resilience. A story where a father lost his son, a brutal world war turned a grand factory to ashes, and a brand that was completely dead rose from the grave to rule the world once again. This is the ultimate history of Bugatti. To understand Bugatti, you have to realize that it wasn't started by an engineer. It was created by an artist. The founder, Ettore Bugatti, was born in 1881 in Milan, Italy, into a family deeply rooted in the arts. His father, Carlo Bugatti, was a world-renowned furniture and jewelry designer, famous for his intricate Art Nouveau style. Ettore's older brother, Rembrandt Bugatti, became a legendary sculptor. Growing up, Ettore's household revolved around design, beauty, and creativity. His father desperately wanted him to become a traditional artist, but Ettore's heart beat for engines and machines. At just 17 years old, without any formal engineering training, he attached a motor to a tricycle and designed his very first racing vehicle. Ettore went on to design cars for several different companies, but he was a man who could never work under anyone else. In 1909, he moved to a small town called Molsheim, located in the Alsace region of France, and laid the foundation of his own company, Automobiles Ettore Bugatti. Ettore was an extreme perfectionist. His ultimate philosophy was, if comparable, it is no longer Bugatti. He treated his factory not like a workshop, but like a holy temple of engineering. The floors were kept as clean as a hospital operating theater. Every single engine block was polished entirely by hand, and even the mechanical bolts were specifically designed so that their cut lines aligned in the exact same direction. By the 1920s, Bugatti unleashed a machine that would rewrite racing history, the Bugatti Type 35. It was a masterpiece. This single model went on to become the most successful racing car in automotive history, winning over 1,000 races during its era. There was a time when Bugatti was practically the only brand winning on the European circuits. The signature French racing blue color became a symbol of absolute dominance. Ettore's arrogance grew with his success. When a customer once complained that the brakes on his Bugatti were not strong enough, Ettore famously snapped back, "I make my cars to go, not to stop." Ettore didn't just want to build the fastest cars, he wanted to build the most luxurious and expensive vehicle the world had ever seen. The result was the Bugatti Type 41 Royale. It was a massive machine, stretching 21 feet long, making even a modern Rolls-Royce look small in comparison. Crowning its radiator cap was a silver statue of a dancing elephant, sculpted by Ettore's late brother, Rembrandt. Ettore intended to sell this masterpiece exclusively to kings and royal families. But bad luck struck. Right around its launch in 1929, the Great Depression crippled the global economy. The Royale was so impossibly expensive that out of the planned production, only 6 copies were ever built, and only 3 were sold. Despite the financial struggle, the future of the company looked bright because of Ettore's son, Jean Bugatti. John inherited his father's brilliant mind, but possessed an even greater eye for modern, flowing design. Jean designed what is now considered the most beautiful and valuable car in the world, the Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. Today, it is worth upwards of $40 million. John Bugatti was the undisputed future of the brand, but on August 11, 1939, tragedy struck. John was test driving a Type 57C racing car near the factory when a cyclist suddenly wandered onto the closed track. Swerving at high speed to save the cyclist, John crashed into a tree. He died instantly at the age of 30. This devastating loss completely shattered Ettore Bugatti, and the company lost its guiding light. Just weeks after John's tragic death, World War II broke out. The German army invaded France and seized the Molsheim factory, forcing it to produce weapons and torpedo parts instead of luxury cars. By the time the war ended, the factory was in ruins. Ettore tried desperately to regain control of his company and rebuild, but his health was failing rapidly. Broken-hearted and physically weak, Ettore Bugatti passed away in August 1947. With both the father and son gone, the company had no one left to lead it. In 1952, Bugatti officially ceased all operations. A legendary name was buried in the pages of history. For nearly 40 years, Bugatti remained nothing more than a ghost of the past, despite a brief, failed revival attempt in Italy in the early 90s. The true rebirth happened in 1998, when the German giant Volkswagen Group bought the rights to the Bugatti name. The boss of Volkswagen, Ferdinand Piëch, had a wild, seemingly impossible dream. He wanted to build a car with 1,000 horsepower that could cross the 400 kilometers per hour barrier, yet remain comfortable enough to drive to an opera show. Top engineers told him it was mechanically impossible and that the engine would catch fire. But in 2005, Bugatti shocked the world by releasing the Veyron. It redefined the concept of a hypercar, followed later by the Chiron, and eventually, the ultimate 1,850 horsepower track monster, the Bugatti Bolide. Ettore Bugatti once said that true art never dies. Today, even though Bugatti is managed under a partnership with Rimac and Volkswagen, the soul of Ettore and John Bugatti still beats inside the horseshoe grille of every car that leaves Molsheim. The pursuit of absolute perfection and unmatched speed remains unchanged since 1909. Which part of Bugatti's tragic and triumphant history touched you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep automotive documentaries.